hello, happy workout. We're gonna start with our arms overhead, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, pull the band down, bring the inhale up, and exhale, pull the band down and wide. And notice how the shoulders are down the back. We're getting this body warmed up for strength training, upper body focus. Bands and small weights is what we'll be using today. Exhale. Now I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see. Everything looks good, but you're going to just make sure that the ribs are over the pelvis. There's not an accidental low back curve. I like it, and I like that a lot. That's wonderful. One way to keep that easier is to have that softness in your knee. That looks really good. Now we're going to do 5 more. I like that lumbopelvic stability is what it's called. We're also practicing scapular stability by keeping those shoulder blades down the back when we do a pull. Now on this next one, we're going to put the band behind the upper back or scapula area. Now this is an option. I want to make sure it feels good to you, but the option is to take a wider sit down. We'll add a press first because I want to just get us started safely here. If everything feels good, you can add a heel heavy squat. So we're going to let those first few be a warm up. So this one's number 3. The shoulders are open. 4, 5, and 6, and 7. You got it. Now, because we're adding the legs, 8, there may be a feeling that the heart rate's going up, and that is just fine. That is really good. So we're going to add 10 more. A modification would be that you don't go as low, or if you really just need to avoid this kind of activity, you can do the calf raise instead, or just do the upper body. Now we're doing 5 more. Hello, good morning. 5. Now, I was just saying that we can add the legs or you can leave them out. Now, actually, let's get rid of that for just a moment. Bring the feet together. Now we're going to be standing on this band. Let your heel or heels be in the middle. 2 heels is more difficult. 1 heel is an easier option. So bend your elbows and then lower. Let me adjust my should a little bit. Bend your elbows and lower. Now I'm going to go over some cues as we're doing this. The knees are soft, not backwards. The wrists are neutral, so that means they feel good. They're in line with the forearms. The shoulders are down the back and open. I have a little bit of ab tone in order to keep the ribs pulled down so that the low back doesn't get lordotic. Now we're doing 10 more. If you feel like it's getting too hard or you feel like you have to compromise your form to do the activity, the correction would be just take one of your heels out and you can continue with less weight. Another neat trick is to just do single, right, left, right, left, right, left. So we're going to do 5 more together, however that looks. 5. I like that wrist position. Wonderful. 4. And notice how you're using the band on the way up and then on the way down. In other words, you're not just letting gravity or the band yank you down. Let's do 1 more. Really good. Step out of there. Take the band behind your back. Now we're going to do a breaststroke one. I do like to catch extra tubing. Sometimes that helps it feel like it's less dangly. Now at first, we're going to go out to in. The first ones I always figure out, okay, I need to grab more or less, so that's where you can do those adjustments. If you care to add on, this was 4, you can add on heels, 5, lifting, which is calf raises, 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Now we're taking 10 the other way. You notice there's a little balance happening with the heel raise. Good. 2, notice there's no neck or upper jaw tension, breathing. It's like you're swimming through some warm saline water. All right, we're taking 5 more. Each of your toes have equal weight when you do this calf raise. That way you're making sure your ankle doesn't kick out or invert to the side. Let's do 2 more. 2, exhale, 1. Really good. Now we're going to sneak in a stretch. One of my favorites with the dynaband or elastic tubing. Go pretty wide. Make sure you have enough space to go behind you and in front of you. Now we're going to inhale, inhale. And when you're, everyone looks good. When you're going back, there is some harder part. And how you can get through that so you don't wiggle the body is just stretch the band out a little bit right there. Now let's find some places that feel amazing. Notice how your arms feel like this. Beautiful. And breathe into it. That was so good. It's like your heart wants to lift. I love that. And a little bit lower. So that might have been serendipitous that I just saw you do the rotation again, Michelle, but it sure does feel good. So I generally like a little light rotation to get rid of tension too. Isn't it funny how your body gives you intuition? So go a little lower, and that should feel amazing as well. 5, breathe in. 4, 2, oh my goodness, let it go. Get your arms a little blood flow. Grab a sip if you'd like, and then meet me back with your dynaband. And if you have different color dynabands, this would be a good one to lighten the weight. So I'm going to lighten it a little with a slightly lighter because it's going to be a long lever, and you'll know what I mean when we start. So see how that elbow's long. Now the first 1 or 2, we might find out we need to adjust. I'm going to give myself more slack. So I want to be lifting with this muscle, not my neck. So my neck feels good. My deltoid is working. 6, beautiful. 7, 8, I like it. And I like what I see. You can see your hand. That means you're working in the scapular plane. You're not going to let that arm drift behind you on these. 10 more. One cue I need repeating on is that the knees are soft, not hyperextended backwards. I like what I'm seeing with the wrists. The wrists look neutral. I like how the neck is easy to move. Let's try 5 more. And I like how the body is upright. It's not deviating to make this lateral raise happen. The deltoid's doing the work. The body's not shifting to make it happen. Now we're going to do that on the other side. Let's change the whole side we're standing on. So left hand, left heel, for example, or right hand, right heel. Go up. For our purposes, you notice we're staying slightly ahead of the body. It's out to the side, but it's slightly in the front, the slightly interior. And then that scapular health, scapular plane. Wrist looks neutral. Belly pulls in. Shoulder works, but not the neck and not the jaw. I'm going to wiggle it out if I'm not sure. Letting go of any tension. All right, 5 more. And look how you have your abs over your pelvis, your ribs over your pelvis. 3 more. And I like how you're working it. 2. Now we're going to take a front raise, take the heel on top of the other. So the band, let's say right heel, right hand, or left heel, left hand. Go forward. Now these are a little harder. I feel right away I need to give myself a little bit more slack. It's tempting to lean back, but we're not going to. Stay tall. 5. One image that works for me is there's a golden string pulling me up from the crown up. There's a little tone right here, and right here as you pull the pubic bone up. 10. Last 9, good, and you're tall. The other thing that I like is you're working your posture muscles just by being here. You're practicing good posture. You're in line with the shoulder. 5, the body gets used to how good posture feels, and it gives you a signal if you're out in the world doing your thing and you deviate, it'll want to correct you. Now we're going to go to the other side in a loving way, not a critical way. Let's take the other one. Heel on. Now forward, frontal, raise, traps are easy, deltoids working, knees are soft. 6, a little bit of ab tone for stability. 7, let's try the breathing in through our nose, out through our nose. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. 13, good. 14, go into about parallel to the floor. 15, 16, so as it was getting harder towards the end. 17, I needed to give myself a little more slack. That's how you can correct modification with the tension on the band. And then let that go. Now this time we're gonna go arms kind of like a V, go up. Now pull yourself over. So it's kind of like half moon, but with an assist. This arm, this bottom arm, pulls, breathe, breathe. This is a great posture stretch, shoulder health, and back stretch. Breathe in, up, exhale, go to the other side, pull, breathe, let the bottom hand pull, 10. Breathe into that top rib cage. This is gonna feel so good. 2, inhale. And then exhale, let that go and bring it down. Now I'm gonna grab a medium or a heavier, not quite as heavy as the back, but a medium band. So you can change. If that was your lightest, you might go to a medium, let's say a green or a red usually. If you have elastic tubings, the band you have will be just great for a dynaband. So one hand's behind your head, one hand's at your lower back. Let me tuck that shirt again. And then let's go up with your exhale. Whoops, watch the ponytail. And 2. Now the bottom arm is just staying still. 3, the neck is easy. 4, 5, the knees are soft. 6, if your shoulder feels tight here. 7, just give yourself more room. That's okay. 8, neck is easy. 9, 10, 11, knees soft. 12, breathing through the nose. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now we're gonna let this, that was hard at the end, that was perfect. Give it a little loose noodle shake, and then let's do the other one. A loose noodle shake, and then the other one. So here we go, push up with your exhale. And 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're halfway there. 11, the torso's up. 12, the jaw is parallel to the floor. 13, 14, breathing in the nose. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Now take a breather, let that down, grab a sip, and then meet me on the floor. Let everything relax. And if you have more than one band, you can use a heavier band, or you can use 2 bands if you want. You don't have to, because the other way to make it harder is just by grabbing more band. So wrap the band, catch it around your heel arch area, cross your band like an X. Now notice I'm holding onto the tubing, pull, and I'm not holding onto the handles on this one. So if you have handles, you're gonna want more of the band. You're gonna want more tubing. So I like either a thumb up grip, which is called a neutral, or a palm up, which is supinated. So just see what feels good. Now your elbows, they go close to your body. So they're kind of brushing by your rib cage. You're practicing your breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. You're doing great. These are one of my favorite ones. This could be one you do every day for the back. It's such an important muscle group to be able to stay upright and to keep from getting injury. All right, here we go. 5 more, 4 more, lifting up through your crown. 3, yeah, chin might have to lift. 2, just a tiny bit. Okay, that looks great, I love it. So now add a rotation. You are turning primarily at the thoracic or the backside of the sternum spine. You can add your rotation of your cervical spine, your gaze, as long as it doesn't make you dizzy. If you're having any kind of dizziness issue, just keep your gaze ahead and then pull one arm and then the other. But if you can tolerate it, rotate, rotate. Now, rotate. We're going to try to match the sides range of motion. 6, 5. So how far are you going? 4 on one side. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to get rid of that for a moment. Go into the rack posture. This is a counter pose for all the forward activities we do. This is also a counter pose for the exercise we just did. If you, and it looks like you have your shoes off, if you have your shoes off, spread out your toes. See if you can make space between each of the toes, in particular the big toe and the second toe, and the pinky toe and the fourth. Those are areas that tend to get really tight. So right now we're spreading out our toes. Make them as big of a fan as you can. Inhale. That's going to help with our arches, which helps with our body being in pain-free and helps with our balance. Now let that go. Hold hands with yourself, and I'm going to turn to you for a minute and just massage your carpals. This is a little, if you do any kind of gardening or cooking or any kind of work with your hands, this will feel fabulous. Now we're going to do a prayer pose down, palms separate, and just you're stretching out your palms since we were just gripping. We do want grip strength. It's one of the really important indicators for longevity. We want grip strength. All right, shake, but we want to stretch it out too, right? So shake it out. Grab a medium band if you have different bands. If not, just grab your band and make it to where you wrap it around your heel arch. Okay. Your palms are pretty low, like a V. So I'm going to be turning just so you have different angles, but you don't have to. So I'll turn this way as well. So you see how I'm just low, but I'm not shrugging my shoulders. I've got them down the back. Elbows are long. Exhale, pull. Feel that belly pull in. Long arms. This is going to also feel like the lats, the triceps are firing. The lower trap fibers are firing, but not the upper trapezius, not that neck. 10, belly in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then cross that band. This is one of my favorites because of the therapeutic implications. Elbows glued. Open up the forearms only. Yes. That's it. This is a really good shoulder one. Keep your elbows in even tighter to your ribs. That's it. And then just the forearms open. And then drop the shoulders if you're not sure if they're dropped. They're down the back. Very good. It won't feel like a huge move. That's okay. Let's take 9 more. 8, 7 little muscles on the back of the shoulder that are so important for keeping the shoulder healthy. Try 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now uncross the band. Now we're going to take a couple different things that you can do. One is I'm holding on to the tubing for this first one. You can do a bicep curl while upright in your torso. Another thing you can do is do an abdominal crunch. I've got this scooped out abs, and then I can bend. If you need it harder, you lift your humerus, your upper arm. If you need it easier, you lower your humerus. I'm going to go somewhere in the middle. Woo, that makes it hard. All right, here we go. Exhale, belly in, and try 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good job. Now I'm going to have us do a stretch, so I'm going to turn so you can see me. You can stay there, but try to take a cow face for a moment. So right hand up, left hand tries to find it. You can sit any way you need. Hold 10. Breathe in. That's great. Head up, chin up, Come to the other side. Switch it. So you've got this beautiful shoulder opener. So you've got your other arm up. Beautiful. There you go. Lifting up that gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Breathe in. Wonderful. And then let that go. We're just going to do a little roll out. Now, if you have your hand weights, you're going to be lying down and we're going to do a chest press. So I would say somewhere between 5 and 12 pounds. And if you don't, you can always do wall push-ups with your hands on the wall. So we're feet down, head down, weights one in each hand. Exhale, push, and I'm going to go through the cues, so keep going with control and care. Your feet down position helps you keep your ribs down. Your neck is easy. If it's not, then we can use a little pillow under your head because you don't want to feel like your neck is craning here. Find the position that best serves your shoulders so the elbows don't have to be 90 degrees out. They can be slightly in, like 45. Push up. And when you push up, that's when it's tempting to have that low back curve extra off the mat, but we're going to keep it connected to the mat, the ribs connected to the mat. Try 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1. Now, with your hand weights down, take the legs long and take a full body stretch. Shift through your arms, shift through your legs. Breathe in, inhale, and then we're going to use our abs to come up, so it's going to be an inhale and exhale. Sweep your body up, and then grab a sip and meet me. Grab a sip and then meet me, standing with your weights handy. Cheers. This next one could be between 3 and 8 pounds, I'd say, 5 and 8. So bicep curls. When you stand up, when you go from seated to standing, if you need a moment to catch your blood pressure to make sure you're not dizzy, that is good, especially in the middle of the night. You always want to just pause for a moment. Being on over 5 meds really increases the chance of falling too. So you want to, if you're getting up in the middle of the night, you want to sit up, pause, wait, stand up, pause, wait. I know it seems silly, but it's a few extra steps can help prevent a fall. Few extra moments. All right, now back to the exercise. Let's take 10 more. Exhale. Now what we're doing is keeping the shoulder blades down the back. I want to demonstrate, this is called supinated, but let me just show you a different grip. And you can see one may be really nice on your wrist and one your wrist might not like. So you can have a few different ways of doing things. I'm just going to do 3 more of these supinated. 2 and 1. Now we're going to let let the hand weights down. Interlace your fingers at the low back. Lift your arms and hold. Breathe in, 5. This is another shoulder chest stretch. 4, 3, 2, good. Now on the next one, it's going to be this move, so it is going to be lighter. So if let's say you used 5 on the others, you're probably going to use 3 on these. Or let's say you used 8 on the others, you're probably going to use 5 on these. So it's a longer lever. Again, like the band one, we have our hands in our peripheral vision. Their hands are not drifting behind us. That's that scapular plane. For our purposes, we're just going to go up to shoulder height, or if there's any sensitivity, you can even decrease that so it's a little lower. Exhale, and then we're going to check the neck. No tension here. Check the jaw. No tension there. Exhale. Knees are soft. Good. Neck easy. Good. Lateral raise. Wrist neutral. And you can take up to 5 more. It is okay to decrease the weight here, or if you need to, or to decrease how high you're going the range of motion. 2 more. You want fatigue in the final reps, and then lower those down. Get rid of that for a minute. And I'm going to offer a stretch called reverse prayer pose. Palms together. Go up your back and hold. Now, this is a shoulder chest stretch. That's it. And everybody looks great. And if you would like to add on, you can take a tree pose for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look how good. 7, 8. All right. Moving tree, dancing tree. Lower down and then take your foot out. And let's do that tree on the other side. Try to maintain that stretch, but if you can't, you need to take your hands out. That's fine. Otherwise, stay up. Here we go. 10. Woo! Nice. 9, 7. Dancing tree. 6, 5, 4. Good. Just do the best you can. 3, 2. Inhale and exhale. Let it go. And we're going to take knocking on the door of life, which is a qigong move. Qigong. Everything just sways. This also calms the activity between the right and left brain. Breathe in and let go of any tension in the body. You got it. Now we're going to add on, I'm going to show you the exercise first. We're going to add on an overhead press. So that's going to be lighter. So probably 3 to 5 pounds. If you're needing another modification, you can certainly sit down in a chair and do this. So at first, just kind of find your happy place. Feel how it's almost effortless. Now your abs will be on when you push. That way you don't feel like your body sways, okay? So it's like it's on a track. You can even imagine you're in a gym setting where the weights are on a track, but you're creating the track. So free weights do require more of your inner stability than machines in general. Good. So you are creating your inner stability. Yes, neck is easy. Now up to 5 more. Listen to your body. If you need to stop and use a lighter weight, you can. Good. That's a girl. Good job. Way to listen. Yay. 2, take 1 more. 1 more. Now let those hand weights go and take an inhale to go up. You might be able to catch your hands. Breathe in, go over. I like to imagine the elbows have magnets and they're trying to get closer together. Yes, squeeze the elbows towards each other. Now we're going to add a progression, hand down, foot crosses. Notice how that is, it's all a great lateral stretch. Rotate down. And inhale, rotate up. Breathe in. And then exhale, go the other way, but we're going to do the progression. Go up, catch your palms. Imagine there's magnets on the inner elbows. Now act like I'm pulling you up, pulling you up, pulling you up, pulling you up. Breathe. Now we're adding on hand down, foot over. Breathe in. Now a little rotation. If you ever need a break during your day, this is a fabulous stretch to just shift gears, take it to a rotation up. Breathe in. Breathe. Inhale. Sometimes you can feel yourself getting a little deeper in the stretch in real time. And then let it go. Now bring your feet back and we're going to take 3 breaths up. In each breath, invite radiance and full wellness into all of the cells of your body. And exhale, let go of anything from the past or the future and just give yourself this moment. Breathe in, full radiance and wellness. And exhale, you might have an image of all of your cells being plump and vibrating and radiating with light coming out of them. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, let that go. And you can leave your hands on your heart or you can just stand with them by your side. Stand tall, the knees are soft. The pelvis is neutral, so it's not spilling forward or back. The shoulders are relaxed down the back. And there's an imaginary golden string pulling you up to the sky. And just notice your body right now and feel how it's radiating. Feel how it's vibrating with a new invigoration, rejuvenation. This is your natural state. We'll take a moment to set an intention. Today, I intend to feel that natural state of wellness and radiance in all of my cells. I love knowing that this is my natural state, and anytime I feel a slight deviation, I can come into asking my body what it needs. Water, sunshine, rest, food, it'll let me know. With so much appreciation, thank you guys so much. You did wonderful. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Thank you.